back to it.
Yeah. No, I get it.
No, I'm just goofing. I'm just goofing. I'm not gonna like rush the session for that, but you know,
Fair. Okay. All right. It's been a while.
it has, especially for you because you
Oh,
weren't here last week.
I wish I could have stupid work things. And now she's probably editing there like she's allegedly editing hours, like there's a possibility of that and I'm just like
Rough.
I'm gonna riot.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, speaking of riots, we're playing Cyberpunk.
Real
And I've sent background music for you to
background
play.
music as we do.
Let me just
Oh
respond to
fuck,
a
that's
little
still loud.
message. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So, we're back. Last time things happened, but I'm not gonna, I mean, maybe you've read the recap, maybe you haven't. Um, I'm not gonna say anything as to what occurred. Because
I
there's a
don't know.
chronological reason for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so that leads us to today, our one shot. Just gonna be a little short adventure explaining what happened to Blight. Um,
Oh boy.
so interlude. This is our sixth one shot. Um, interlude six.
All right.
September 7, 2023. Discontented quiet falls over a dingy, dusty, bloody motel room. Death's disappointed sigh as a few more lives slip through her fingers. It's a restless sort of respite, stuck between unexpected betrayal and inevitable confrontation. But, nevertheless, it's an escape from the clutches of oblivion. Is a silent life better than a noisy death? A few hours earlier, steel has wrapped around concrete. Smoke has begun to pour from the hood of a crashed cop car. Laying dazed in the front seats are you, Blight, as well as Joragumo, who lost control of the car when a bullet from Yorinobu's gun, struck her in the eye. What's your health at?
23.
23. Did you take damage from the car crash? Did we
I
calculate that?
I think we did.
Okay, cool. That's what I suspected. And you also have the whiplash
Whiplash. Yeah.
critical injury right now? Yes. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure we'd calculated that or not. Um, but yeah, you're starting to come to consciousness. In the front seat next to you, you see Joragumo. Her mask, the glasses of her mask have been cracked where the bullet struck, and she is just um, lying there, barely stirring.
Shit. Can I perform like any kind of like medical check to like stabilize her or anything?
Yes, you can. That will be. Um, you might. Are you below half health?
I don't even remember what my full health is.
Um, it should be what average your will and your um. Well, it should be listed on your character sheet somewhere, but it's the average of your will and plus your body.
Okay.
And,
What if I just
times
max health
just.
my max health is 40, so I was at
Oh, okay.
23.
Okay, cool. Um, yeah. So you are yeah, you're able to pick yourself up, and I'm not sure what the whiplash injury does specifically. I
It's
don't know about some kind of like.
base death save penalty is increased by 1.
I see. Um, and so yeah, make a paramedic or first aid roll.
Paramedic. All right. It's great because I just put my contacts in and I can't read things very well. Paramedic, let's go. 24.
24. Okay, yeah, that's definitely gonna do it, even with any, even if there were any penalties. So yeah, you are able to start stabilizing Jorgumo. Immediately, you just kind of like the front of the car. It's like been like kind of has like kind of crumpled. So you get out, you move to the other side, take Jorgumo, pull her out, um, and then has laying her on the ground. You start attending to her, peeling off her mask and tending to her bloodied face. The Her eye is it's gone.
Yeah.
Um, and but the mask, the bullet resistant mask, has sort of like kept the bullet from like straight up killing her. From when it kind of like drew like sort of like across the front of her, the front of her like face in a way, kind of perpendicular, I guess.
Gotcha.
And as you are tending to her, stabilizing her, she starts stirring. He haven't. Where is he?
I fuck if I know.
She
Maybe
slams her fist against the ground and starts pushing herself up.
he was on a motorbike. We don't have a fucking car and we're in no shape to get him.
He killed my brother.
He tried to kill all of us. We try and chase him now. We don't get to live to fight another day.
She kind of like gets up to her knees and she just sighs, kind of, and just sinks defeated and says, "Death would be a mercy at this point. You know it. I know it. Look at look at this. Look at this city. Look at everything that's happened to us. We can die fighting, trying, or we could live like this, like rats. What's the point?"
I look. I won't stop you if you want to go after Yorinobu, okay? But I think that whole burn bright, burn fast bullshit is exactly what it is. Why burn fast, burn bright when you can burn even longer and even brighter? We take I'm going to take my chances. I'm going Stretch's daughter, she's not safe. I'm going to get Izzy. I'm going to get her somewhere safe. Lay low for a little bit. And then when the time comes, that's when I'll strike again.
Can you make a persuasion check for me?
As soon as I find where that is again, because it's been a while. 13.
13. She frowns, puts on and just starts strapping her mask back onto her face, and she gets up when you do, as if to follow you, and says, "We will see how bright you burn." And just after making sure that her weapons are secure, she just follows you.
All right. So, real quick, where are we right now?
You've crashed along the side of the road on this road winding down the hills of Westbrook. There's this upper class neighborhood all around you. No more cops seem to be pulling up. It seems like they've even this car, this patrol, kind of exhausted the limit of their resources. So the neighborhood is very quiet, except for the sounds of gunshots in the distance.
If I remember, you said Haywood, right?
Uh, Westbrook. It's on the, I believe,
Westbrook.
eastern side
Uh,
of the city. I haven't looked at the map in forever.
cause I gotta see. Aw, fuck. Yeah, I see it now. Shit, that's a long ass way to stretch his house. There's there's no way Ian's van is still there, right?
You parked it. I believe, was it outside of the neighborhood? I believe
It
it may
might have
still be there.
been.
It may still be there. I'm assuming that it was parked outside of the neighborhood. It's been a while.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, you make your way to the outside of the neighborhood, passing all of these houses with their lush plants, or like their green lawns, um, which it's clearly not as badly affected by the disaster in the city. Um, but you make your way out towards the front gates, and well, nobody's there. So it's trivial to just kind of flip the switch, open the gates for yourselves, and you find Ian's van waiting outside.
All right. Bot in chat. Hang on.
Do we have anyone other than bots?
Most likely not. Where's? Let's see. Block. There we go. Then how do I delete this? Oh my god, why do I have to do all this? Alright. I don't know how to delete it, so that's just gonna be there. Alright, where were we?
You've gotten Ian's van.
Right.
Do
Alright.
you remember where Strecker's house is? Because I don't.
I'm marginally sure then it was in Haywood. I just remember it being in this area.
Ah, okay. Yeah, makes sense. So, you're gonna make your way there?
Yeah, Blight's just gonna like speed her way there because she has no idea where Yorinobu is and she just wants to be able to get there before he does.
Yeah. You hear in the distance gunshots, motorcycles. You just kind of make your way past all of that. Because getting hit by Yorinobu again is the last thing you need, really. Throughout the ride, Yorgumo is quiet. She keeps her head on a swivel. You can't really see her eyes behind the mask, of course, but she just seems to be watching for threats. Her body is tense, her hand gripping her pistol and sword. Her hands from the road that you're taking. You're kind of keeping an outside perimeter to the city, which is still battling firestorms, and the skyline has been ruined in a way that you're not even sure if it could ever be repaired. You can't imagine what it would look like. It's disheartening to see, and I think during this like silent drive, everything is hitting you at once. Just the pain, the nature of everything that's happened to you in the last few days, everything that you've been subjected to. I for for long-term environmental stress, you are gonna take 8 humanity loss.
All right. That brings me down to 26.
Okay, that's your empathy is it's 2 now. Um, so you yeah, it's you feel just kind of numb at a certain point to all of this, the violence, the death. It's just almost it's too much almost. But you make your way to Stretch's house, and you pull up out front.
Just
Place seems to be as normal.
it's normal. All right. Did Stretch have any windows that I can like peek through real quick?
I'm pretty sure he has like an apartment. So, a apartment on like this I want to say second floor. So it's no, I don't think so.
Damn. All right.
I may have just made that all up in my head though. So, I mean, but for now I'm gonna say no.
Shit. Okay. Dragumo, just wait out front. Keep watch. If you,
Silently gets out of the car and takes up a guard position.
I'll be as fast as I can. And Blight's just going to like quietly like try and get into the door. Get through the door. It's probably locked.
Yeah, it is. Yes.
All right. Can I make a lock picking check for that? I know that's in here somewhere.
That is a thing. Pick lock under technique.
Yeah. 14.
14. Okay. With a 14, yeah. I mean, it's not exactly the most lavish apartment. You crack the lock, pop inside, and you make your way into that apartment. See Izzy. She's asleep right now.
All right. I'm just gonna like quietly go up to her, just shake her awake gently, like, Izzy, could you need to get up right now.
Five minutes. 5 minutes.
Izzy, it's me, Blight. You,
You hide. You don't look good.
I'm aware. All right.
What's up?
You're in danger.
What?
You are in big danger if
Where's-
Yorinobu. If Yorinobu gets here, you need to come with me right now. I think
Yori? What's wrong with Yori? Where's my dad?
Yori's a scab. Rockhat's with your dad right now. He should be safe, but right now I need to get you to safety before Yorinobu gets here.
Hold on. And she like starts like getting up. Yori's
He's a scab, a traitor.
a scab? He's literally a terrorist. How could he be? He's kidnapped Arasaka executives before. How could he be? What do you mean he's a scab?
Well, that's changed apparently, because ever since he's come back from Japan, he's had this plan to take over Arasaka. And apparently, we pose a threat to him. So we need to go right now.
Shit. Okay, just give me. Is it? Can I take a minute to pack, or are they like literally right behind you?
You have 2 minutes to get what you need, and get outside and into our van right now.
You haven't even finished the sentence by the time she's gone off to start doing that.
All right. And then I think while she's doing that, Blight's just going to send a message to Mama Vera.
Hmm.
So I'll just put that in texting.
I believe. Never mind. Actually, I'll cover it later.
I can't spell.
Maybe Blight can't spell either. It's okay.
She's whiplashed.
Yeah. Relocate camp. Yorinobu might come after you. I mean, we are streaming this, so you do still have to say it out loud.
Oh,
I
yeah.
will say.
My bad.
No, it's okay. It's been
Vera?
a while.
Vera, relocate camp. Yorinobu might be coming after you.
You get left on red, but you know that means that she's taking it seriously.
That's good.
Meanwhile, after a minute and a half, Izzy comes up to you, has a backpack of stuff. Okay, let's go.
Let's move. All right. Come on. And Blight's just going to like usher her into the back seat of the car, and she's just going to say, "Lay very, very low. I don't want to take any chances."
Yep. She just kind of sinks into her seat as much as she can, blends in with the leather. It's not leather, the fabric. You guys set off towards. Well, where are you off to?
Right before Blight starts like flooring it for I would assume somewhere into the city. Where did I say this was again? She's just going to text Emmett. Where's your location?
Oh shit.
I think he's in the university district, like somewhere closer there.
Yeah. You immediately, like within seconds, get a response with an address.
All right.
And yeah, it is in university district, but the thing is, that is going to take you. You're going to have to go past the hot zone of the city for that. And you can either, you can either go through the hot zone, which is city center, corp center, all that stuff, or you can try passing through the combat zone, which less radioactive, but obviously more dangerous. And who knows how much more so after the nuke.
All right. Hot zone's probably fine.
You say that out loud?
Yeah.
Or do you communicate that?
Or
Izzy seems a little unsure. She kind of like pales in the face a little bit, but she nods and says, "Yeah, okay, if it gets us there."
Right.
So, you're gonna drive. And, well, you don't encounter a single soul on the way to the hot zone. The streets are empty. You try to move away from the streets that are that have been destroyed from earthquakes or ravaged by fire, but it's just getting harder and harder to find like nice drivable streets every the further you go, the closer you get to the epicenter of the nuke. I need you to make a roll some kind of roll to navigate the city. That could be drive land vehicles, that could be streetwise. If you have a local expertise that works here, something like that, just tell me how you're going to navigate the city. Perception, maybe?
Perception? Yeah, perception has a bit of a higher thing, so I'm gonna go with that. Come on. I exploded! Let's go, 24.
24. Okay. Yeah. This city is unrecognizable after everything that's hit it. But you you put all your effort into just making sure that you can navigate the maze, every twist and turn, every path blocked off by rubble, or um, every blocked off by flames, flooding, devastation. It's a bumpy ride, and in several places you're not even driving over pavement anymore, just rubble from destroyed buildings or something or other. You cross over a few hills comprised entirely of debris and the crushed hulks of old cars. You don't know how many bodies you're driving over. And the heat, you're basically driving through. You're pretty much driving through like a grill, just a large city-sized grill, and it feels like it's getting through even with the shitty air conditioners pushed to full power. Izzy is clearly uncomfortable, trying to weather it. Dorogumo just completely impassive.
Izzy, are you holding up?
She looks almost on the verge of throwing up, but she just gives you a little, you know.
I'll check on you when we get there, okay?
She nods weakly. I need to check a text room. Let me just reply to a thing real quick. Sorry, a friend of mine just got broken up with.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, that's not going to affect us. We have other pressing matters, like this fucking nuke destroyed city.
Yep.
Yeah, and you push your way through. Eventually, you make your way onto pavement roads again, and you see buildings that aren't completely destroyed. The devastation starts to lessen, and you make your way through the other the other side of the hot zone. Can you, for no reason whatsoever, can you make a resist torture slash no, sorry, an endurance check for me?
All right. Exploded again, 18.
God damn, okay. And I'm going to make some rolls of my own. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, you keep a close eye on everybody else, and it seems like they're also handling the ill effects pretty decently. Izzy seems worried, with all the radiation, of course, but seems to be holding strong.
All right.
Can you make a concentration check for me though?
14.
14. Okay. Yeah. You avoid any further humanity loss from driving directly through the hot zone. It's shocking to see, but I don't know, you just hold on to some sense of, I guess, empathy, horror. It is just very disheartening thing to witness, all that devastation. But you eventually push it to the back of your mind as you make your way to the university district, some parts of which have not been fully destroyed. Did you ever describe where Emmett lives?
It's just this small sort of like computer place, and it looks like it just poses as like a simple hardware store on the front, but like in the back room, that's where all of his like little security across the city uh, room is like set up, and that's where he and and Siren and Anthem stay.
I see. Yeah. So, I mean, you pull up to that very building. I will say, do you want to roleplay these characters? Because I can pull in Izzy and give you control of these characters if you want.
Yeah, I think I could. It's been a while since I thought about them interacting, but I vaguely remember how it went in my head.
I'm letting you be the DM now
Woo!
because I can play them. But if you wanna be the DM now and fucking roleplay out all these conversations by yourself, you can.
Oh boy, I hope the Filipino accent. I hope I can manage it today for Siren and Anthem, not Hex and Blight.
Right.
Okay, so she's just going to send a message to Emmett or Hex again. I'm outside, I think. All right. Coming out right now. And Blight's just gonna look to Jorogumo and Izzy and just wait in the car really quick. It won't take long.
Izzy nods.
She hops down, walks up to the front door. It says closed on the outside, but as she walks up, there's this there's this guy who's there. He's got similarly like light colored eyes, like they're sort of almost bluish green, leaning more towards the blue side. He's got brown hair, which is presumably the same color of brown that Blight had before she dyed her hair and everything. He's dressed very plainly, like very plain, unassuming, just simple, maybe like denim jacket and some ripped jeans, but that is mostly about it. Emmett? God, fuck. Ellie, you've got a lot to explain. I know, okay? And I'm sorry. But the sooner we get inside, I promise I'll explain everything. I know what I did was wrong. Just... please. All right. Is it just you, or no? Two other people, two friends. We just need to lay low for the rest of the day, or a few days even. I got involved with some really, really powerful people. And now I think he wants me dead. God. Fuck. Okay. All right, come on, let's get in. And Blight's just gonna turn to the van and go, let's go.
Izzy and Jorogumo step out. I'm gonna have to intersect this with the other session. What I said in the other session was that
Oh boy.
you sent a text saying that you had Izzy and that you were safe, but you couldn't spill the location because for like personal security reasons. You don't want to
Yes.
lead anyone to Emmett. Basically.
Alright.
I don't know if you were intending to do something like that. We can retcon that if necessary.
I mean, the thumbs up is good enough. By the end of the session, I'm sure like all of the whole thing is resolved, and she'll be able to text them the full address.
So yeah, Izzy and Jorogumo make their way inside. I think I think people might be a little apprehensive seeing Joragumo because she's a pretty intense person, and her armor, she's got samurai armor that's clearly stained with blood. But, you know, Izzy's a little more agreeable.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. You make your way side and maybe I actually should take over the role of Emmett for a little. Um, but yeah, when you get inside, I mean, does he immediately like probe you with questions, like trying to catch up, decipher everything that's gone down?
I think he can kind of read, like, okay, the two people she has, this is a little tense, and he probably wants some alone time with his sister, who he hasn't seen
Mm,
in, I think it's 5 years. That was the rough timeline.
right. Okay, cool. In the meantime, while Doragumo and Izzy are still here, kind of like getting, just trying to find maybe a place to settle in. Um, are you gonna do anything with them?
I think Blight's definitely gonna check on Izzy just because she was looking a little pale in the car.
Yeah. Can you I think this would actually be what's it called? Perception's the one for diagnosing, isn't it? No.
It might be
Um,
paramedic. Am I wrong?
there's
No.
I know intelligence has the skill for diagnosing people. I'm fairly certain.
Cool intelligence. God, I feel like I know what you're talking about too.
Investigation? Is there an investigation skill? Deduction, I'm pretty sure. No. Oh yeah, deduction is for a non-obvious conclusion or medical diagnosis. Okay, so well, maybe deduction wouldn't apply because you know what you're looking for, so that's more of an obvious medical diagnosis. So feel free to just make a classic, let's say, paramedic check's probably fine.
Woohoo! 25.
25.
I was one number off from exploding Lamau.
Yeah, she's seems to be okay actually. Um, some standard like anti radiation treatments would not go amiss, but considering her previous situation, she's holding up well.
All right.
It's that paleness, and she's obviously like shaken, like psychologically.
All right. If you need to, go ahead and throw up. It's a good way to expel those things from your system. And then drink some water.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
And then Emmett's just gonna sink over there.
She nods. Doesn't she doesn't seem to throw up just yet. I is there is there a bed or something somewhere, or a couch somewhere I can lie down? Sorry.
In back room there. Just take all the time you need.
Yeah. She gets up, goes over there. Joragumo is standing here like one of those like suits of armor, on display. She is just stock still, strong grip on the hilt of her sword, just kind of staring off into nothing from behind her mask.
It's. Is she alright? No. None of us are. But I'm terrible at talking to people. Right. Uh, Joragumo, was it?
This is Emmett speaking to her.
Yeah, Emmett.
Yeah, she turns to look at Emmett.
If you need anything, just ask me. There's enough beds and couches in the back.
She inhales as if she's going to say something, but remains silent. The most that comes out is just this tired, sort of barely audible sigh. She just stares. You can't see her eyes, but it just looks like she's staring right through Emmett. Barely registering his presence.
Right.
Or anyone's, in a way. Can I, could I ask you to make a quick deduction check for me?
Yeah.
I know you don't have any points in it, or probably don't, but there's a reason why I think you specifically would be making a deduction check at this moment. Even if you fail.
12.
12? Yeah. Something's up with her. Something is unnerving about her. More than usual, even for Joragumo, who has a tendency to be kind of intense. But you can't put your finger on what. Not just yet. Maybe if you could get fresh eyes on it, or some if you could modify your role somehow. No. But yeah, for now, nothing. A vague sense of unease.
This is gonna be Emmett speaking. You know what? Blight, can you just meet me, or not Blight? Ellie, can you just follow me back here, real quick? Yeah, I can do that. They're both just gonna walk to the back.
As you're walking, you does this leave the room empty with Joragumo?
Joragumo Guma by herself. Yeah.
Yeah. As you guys are leaving, I think you hear rustling sounds, like she maybe is like finally just moving to like sit down or something.
I think Blythe's just gonna look over her shoulder real quick, confirm that she's sitting down, and
She
then just
has, and just carefully, like, she started examining her sword.
oh, I don't like that.
She hasn't unsheathed it or anything. She just kind of has it in her lap and is staring at it.
She could while I'm talking to Emmett.
She could. Yeah, you go into that.
There, I think just right before she goes into that room, Blythe's just gonna say, "There's still things in this city worth fighting for. It's not over until all of us are dead in the ground." And then she just walks away.
As you're turning your head to walk away, you see her grip around at like the last words of your sentence. You just see her Joragumo's grip around her sword like heighten to white knuckle intensity.
Well, things are looking bleak. Yeah. You don't say. Okay, please be straight with me. Where have you been? Nomad camp, just outside the city. The Killjoys. I had a buddy there, supplied me with these pills to handle the augments I did to myself. She sort of just gestured to the tube and... yeah, that doesn't look good. Alright. Why didn't you contact home? Why couldn't you at least just tell us where you were? You were gone for 5 years. I know. I know, okay? Look, the attack broke me. That was our friend. That was our friend who drove her blades right through me. I didn't feel like I could trust anyone. I thought there would just be another attack right around the corner. I just wanted to be far away from it all. You just wouldn't understand. Of course I would understand. I almost lost my sister twice. I was so sure I lost her for good this time. I know. Look, I understand if you don't want me here after all of this, okay? Izzy, her dad, they only have each other. I wasn't sure where else to go. Oh my god, there's so much to explain. Alright, just... We have time. This is a relatively safe spot. Right. In the Killjoys, I had a group. And one day, a man approached us, looking to take down Arasaka. For the longest time, we thought it was going to work. We found their stupid experimentation with creating a cyber psycho army. We recorded that. We tried to broadcast it, and then that stupid nuke, and now... Sorry, it's so much. It's so much.
It's how we found you. You see Anya, she's like kind of like, seems like she's been listening for a little bit. She is like leaning against the door frame now.
Anya, how long have you...
She shrugs. A little bit, just enough to hear all the bits where you were crying.
Same as ever, I see.
Yeah. Well,
I
shrugs and kind of like comes over and gives you like this, you know, the awkward like one person standing, one person sitting sort of hug.
Yeah.
Little bit. It's a little bit cautious too because of the tubes and such protruding from you.
Yeah.
Are you still warm? Are you cold-blooded? I don't know if I ever asked this.
I mean, That's a good question.
If you were cold-blooded because of the acid, I imagine that you'd have like some sort of like heating
I
regulator
don't think.
thingies as part of your cyberware, but that's a side thing.
Yeah. Uh, she's relatively warm, maybe just a little bit colder than usual, but it's not like a she
Not like a
she
corpse or disease or something.
not like straight up she's cold-blooded, like just like maybe if she had it kind of looks like she has a perpetual flu, and if it does make her cold, she doesn't really notice it anymore.
Hmm. Yeah, when she like kind of like looks at you like and like, did you catch did you catch a flu in the middle of all this? Like
No.
that's a spinning. You'd be spinning a lot of plates, flu and radiation and.
No. No.
Okay,
It's
okay.
part of the Okay. I I need to get to my point. How much do you guys know about Yorinobu Arasaka?
She quirks an eyebrow and says, "Son of the Emperor." I mean, I haven't, you know, the scream sheets haven't really talked about him in a while, but there was the whole, oh, he ran away to start a biker gang thing, like a nomad or whatever.
Well, you definitely got that right. He came to the Killjoys. He was the one who put us on this mission to take down Arasaka. I'm not sure how much of that he genuinely meant anymore, though.
So you're like a celebrity.
Push it closer to infamy at this point.
What happened?
There, between today and the nuke, Yori,
We saw that broadcast.
Yorinobu went back to Japan for Kei's funeral. And when he returned, he had one last mission for us. He sent us to die. Hired a
Shit.
bunch of assassins to just spray us down so he could wash his hands of this and try and take the company from his father.
Jeez.
He might be after me. He might be after the nomad camp outside the city. He's most definitely after my friends Stretch and Rockhat. I completely understand if you don't want me here. I get it. I pose a threat to this, but I'm begging you to at least watch after Izzy. She is all that Stretch cares for.
Anya just kind of shakes her head and says, "All of you." Well, I mean, it's not even a question. We're here for you.
Thank you.
She nods and just comes to give you a less awkward hug.
All right.
So, Izzy is your friend's kid. What's with the ninja?
One of the mercenaries that Yorinobu hired alongside us.
She always like that?
Well, yeah, she's always been kind of intense, from what I could tell at least. But this, I think she's really on the edge right now. I don't blame her. This city went to a shithole. Or rather, became an even bigger shithole overnight. It's just. I'd. I'd want to give up too. Maybe. Maybe. How many months has it been now? 2 months? 3 months? Maybe I would have given up too back then. God. I can't stop fighting this though. You saw the
This-
broadcast, right?
Yeah. You're still, what, you telling me you're still going to go up against Arasaka?
Paradise. It's right to keep fighting.
You're gonna die. You're lucky that you're still alive.
I am. 2 months ago, I would have. It's funny because 2 months ago, I really would have just run away from all of this. I used to be so scared of death. Just ever since the attack, still there in my worst nightmares, just that slipping away from everything. But hundreds of thousands of people died in the nuke. Innocent people. I want to keep fighting. Because it's not fair. I am ready to face death as many times as it takes. Now.
Anya sighs, sits back on a chair, turns away from you with this like kind of like guilty expression on her face, of words on the tip of her tongue. She just sighs, jiggling her leg.
Not today, though. Not today.
That's good, at least. You know what they're saying on the TV, right?
Yeah? What are they saying?
And the nuke, it's Arasaka's.
Figures.
They set it off to stop Militech, to stop the U.S. government from taking the city.
Of course they would.
They're bastards, but they're bastards with nuclear capability. I don't know what you think you're going to do.
We got close. We got so close.
What, the broadcast? I mean, it got wiped away by the nuke, and even if it didn't, who knows how much of an effect it would have actually had. I thought it was fake the first time that I saw it. I thought it was like doctored images, deep fakes. Only reason I believe it is because I heard your voice on it.
Yeah.
How many other people don't know you? Don't believe that. I'm not trying to be a downer.
I know.
just-
I know.
I don't want to see you didn't want to lose you again for something pointless.
This isn't pointless. It's not pointless. And I don't want to die either. But all the betrayal, all the murder. It's not right. Someone has to do something about it. It might not be today, might not be tomorrow. But I swear to God, Yorinobu and Arasaka are gonna pay for what they did to Night City. For what they did to just all those people.
Anya just kind of hangs her head and is considering her words. Emmett is too, probably. I don't know. He's in a weird spot because you're the one controlling the character, but this is
Yeah.
I'm talking at you. But this quiet falls over the room, and then you hear footsteps approaching. And I mean, even after so long, you still recognize your brother's footsteps is still.
Bless you.
Motherfucker. Yeah. Nope, nope. Motherfucker. Little cough, little water pipe went down. Ugh, whatever. I choked on water, on a very small amount of water. I am pathetic. Right. What was I talking about? Your third brother. He has a name.
No, it's not a third brother. It's two pairs of siblings. It's Emmett and Eliza, and then Anya and Coda.
Second brother? Oh, fucking. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes so much more sense. Because I was sorry. It's been a fucking while since we talked about
I
it.
don't blame you. Same general friend group though.
Yes. Okay. That makes more sense. Yeah. But Coda pops into the room and says, "They're here again."
Who's here?
And Anya just pinches the bridge of her nose. It's the neighbors. They know we have supplies. They know we have something, anything. I think they're overestimating how much we have, though. Coda chimes in and says, "And there's a lot of them, as many as of them as there are us. Well, now ways if we're counting the three of you.
Oh boy.
So we can't really split our resources up between them, but we can't split our resources. But I don't know what they're going to do if we keep turning them away."
Hate to turn neighbor against neighbor, but maybe there are some old buildings that have other things that we can steal, for the lack of a kinder word.
And I mean, it's not like they'd stop, right? Like, we have enough for us, but there's more of them, like I said, and they're gonna burn through that faster than we will. If we steal something, they'll probably just come back to us, right?
It's true. All right. Night City is no place to live right now for a lot of reasons. Some nomad camps might be willing to take them in.
Anya says, "Yeah, I guess a lot of people are probably running off to the nomads right about now."
I can't say for
So,
sure that the
honestly,
Killjoys
we
will.
should, we should, we should.
What?
Sorry, I think there was a little connection hiccup.
Yeah.
Anya was saying like a lot of people joining the nomads right now. Honestly, I kind of want to go with them. Coda says, "Right, but how likely are they going to be to accept that offer? It's not a lifestyle for everybody."
Well, at the end of the day, they have two choices: learn to scavenge supplies here in a broken city, or take chances out there in the desert. At some point, I'm going to return to the Killjoys as well.
Anya shrugs and says, "I mean, option 3, they shoot us. Take it. I don't know if they're at that point, but I don't know. Everything's Mad Max right now."
You're not wrong.
I don't want it. They gave us cinnamon rolls one time. They were really shitty cinnamon rolls, but like they baked them by hand. I don't know if they're gonna shoot us, but I mean, all we have are to fight back are, well, really stale cinnamon rolls. So I feel
It's a tough situation all around.
run, they shoot, turning them away. They shoot. I don't know. We can walk away. Coda says, "Okay, they're not. You've got that in your head. We don't know if they're going to attack us. Okay? Over this." Yeah, but I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what we should do.
How much more can you realistically spare? Maybe by tomorrow or the next day, we can I'll I can regroup with the Killjoys and see what supplies I can bring all of you, or maybe we all just relocate there too.
Yeah, I mean, shit, we could give them everything that we have and then run off to the Killjoys, maybe. But who knows? I don't know how much. I don't know your people. I don't know how much they have. If we could give them, we've got like six days of food and water. We could give them like a third of that, but that's gonna be what, 2 days of food for us. That's gonna be like maybe 1 day or less food for them, honestly.
I mean, at the end of the day, I still say they only have two choices. They take they come and shoot everyone here for what, 3 days of food for them.
Yeah.
That's not a lot at all.
But they don't know that. They
Maybe
just
maybe they should know that.
think you can convince them? Because I haven't been able to.
I can give it
Got
my
in
best
their
shot.
heads. Yeah.
I can give it my best shot. How wrong would it be to ask Izzy to just help sell the idea that we can't spare anymore at this moment?
She's your buddy. Or your,
All right.
I don't know.
But
What is your cousin?
Buddy's a good way to put it for now.
Either way, it's your decision, I guess.
All right. Let me go see if she's up for that.
And Coda sighs and says, "It's good to see you again. I know I'm being all business right now, and I'm going to keep being focused on task at hand. But it is nice to see you again."
It's good to see all of you too. Hopefully you'll get to meet Stretch and Rockhat as well.
I like Rockhat's name.
She's quite the character. Oops.
Anyways, they let you go.
All right. So Blight's just gonna walk over to Izzy and just, all right, I know this sounds bad, but in the state that you're in right now, you'd be really perfect for emotionally manipulating some people right now.
She gives this just tired sort of chuckle and says, "Oh, yeah, nope, that's hilarious. Count me in. I don't know what we're doing, but maybe that's, adds to the character, right?" She starts kind of getting up and says, "I'm so fucked up, and I don't know what's going on."
Yeah,
So
you're one fucked up looking kid. Let's go talk
should've
to some people.
Yeah, you should have seen me before the nuke. Her smile turns to a frown. Did not like her own joke there. But she gets up and follows you. As you're walking out, Joragumo looks up at you. She says, "You intend to turn them away?"
For the time being, we don't have the resources to cater to all of them right now, especially with the added, I won't say burden, but with the added cost of me, you, and Izzy. We can give them a little bit, but as of right now, until we can get back to the Killjoys, we don't really have that much to offer.
Is it wise to offer the thing? You said it yourself, you want to live long. Acquiescing to them, making peace, making that attempt at it, it's not conducive to your long-term survival. They're desperate. Just like you are, just like we are. They are desperate people who want what we have. Do you really think that you're going to be able to turn them away with words and a ruse? She gestures to Izzy.
It's not exactly a ruse, but I have to try something. Even if Even if I just turn this way, I I have to try something for the sake of our survival anyways.
For the sake of our survival, look at yourself and look at me. We're stronger than them. It would be simple, effortless to take what they have.
If you just give me enough time to get back with the Killjoys, I can work out something to help them get supplies or help us get supplies. I'm a doctor, all right? It's my job to try and save lives. I'm gonna offer what services I can. Maybe that'll help persuade them.
I don't see the point. Million lives lost. What's a dozen more?
That's the point. Lots of people died already. Saving everyone that we can right now already helps make up for the cost.
For what? So that they can keep living in this hell? She kind of stops and freezes herself and just clears herself of emotion, of intensity, returns to this almost meditative position, sitting on the couch, holding her sword and just kind of running her fingers over it.
Look, I won't stop you from running into the fire, whatever you want to call it. But this isn't pointless. Paradise knew that.
Paradise. My brother. You know they're both better off right now.
Then you don't know Paradise that well at all. Because if she saw any of this, you know she would be fighting tooth and nail to make things right.
Can you make a little persuasion roll for me?
That's an 8.
8. Joragumo just... You're not sure if she's acknowledged your words. But in any case, she's just gone back to meditatively or contemplatively staring at her sword.
I won't stop you from doing whatever it is you want to do. But I'm going to do everything I can to make this right. Because somebody has to. And then with that, Blight's just going to go to the door with Izzy.
Yeah. You go. Izzy follows a second behind you. She kind of is looking back at Joragumo for a second, and then she kind of comes up behind you and she's like, oh, I don't know. She said oh, you're right, or some shit like that under her breath. I don't think she wanted you to hear it. She was being all edgy and dramatic about it.
Yeah, sounds about right. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with here. Door's just gonna open
Yeah. The garage door? Did we?
It's not exactly a garage. It's a
Yeah.
hardware store with like a back
Oh,
room.
right. Yeah, of course. Um, yeah. You open that door and you see a like small crowd outside of yeah, like about like 10 people. Um, seems to be a couple of families from the area. Um, just wearing, you know, nothing. They're not edge runners at all. Like these are just the average, the common clay of the New West. People in dirtied t-shirts and jeans. People not accustomed to hunger, not accustomed to deprivation of resources, even in the midst of this corporate war. These are people who, if it weren't for the nuke, they would be living something approaching a normal life, even with the war. At their head is a middle-aged, like white guy, kind of portly, has long. He's bald with like a long beard, and he says, "Oh, great! There's another one of you. Maybe you'll be more reasonable. Look, we need help. We can't stay out here. We're running out of food, and our people. We don't. We've tried scavenging the area, but there's nothing. I we've picked the place clean, and we can't extend our range any further without getting picked off by others, by scavengers or fucking gangers bleeding over from the combat zone."
I can see that. We can. We have about 6 days worth of rations here, but that only accommodates for the smaller group size that we have. Realistically, even if you were to take all of our rations, that only gives you 3 days.
He shakes his head and says, "No, see, that's what your buddy said, but you've got to have more. You're holding out on us. I've been in sales. I know how this works. You're this is a tactic. You're holding out on us. There's something up your sleeve that you're keeping from us, trying to scare us off, but it's not gonna work."
I'm not trying to scare you off. Do you. We can offer you maybe 2 days worth of rations, but if you can hold out a little bit longer, just for a day and a half. I have a nomad camp outside the city. I can bring supplies.
No, nomads? Are you serious? he he shakes his head and says, "No, you and you're a nomad? You're telling me?"
You, whether you want to believe it or not, beggars can't be choosers. As of right now, I'm willing to tend to any sick or wounded. I will work throughout the night if it means that you lot promise you'll hold out just for no more than 2 days. I can get you supplies.
Make a persuasion roll for me.
That is a 14.
14. He shakes his head and says, "No, come on, nomads can't be trusted. I've seen the news. I've seen you I've seen you people, what you do. I mean, there's probably nomads are probably the ones that shot Billy. You, you, you strays. Can't count on you for nothing. What I can count on is you've got stuff in there we need, and I've seen every time we come out, there's somebody new talking to me. I can only see so many fresh faces. I'm pretty sure there's more of us than there are of you. Come on, don't make this a thing. We've got kids here, man.
Yeah, so do we. He gestures to Izzy.
Izzy coughs a bit, leaning against the door frame. Seems to be kind of playing it up a little bit. Her affliction. I mean, she's not in the greatest of states, but she's definitely really leaning into a character here. Let me make a roll real quick. Interesting. I think what happens is she's, you gesture to her and she's like kind of like feigning looking sick, and then someone among the group, the other group, says, "Oh, come on, that's bullshit." And then Izzy like kind of like she like stands up and like looks at him and she's like, "Hey, fuck you." Shit.
Izzy.
Sorry. And I rolled a 1.
Oh.
I rolled a 1 and then a fucking subtracted 6 from it.
Ugh. All right.
Sorry, Blight.
I'm giving you a chance here.
There's 2 of you out here. There's what? Another 4 of you in there? It's 10 of us. But what chance do you think you're giving us?
I can tend to your sick and wounded. I can get you supplies. You have my word.
Word of a stray ain't worth a damn thing. We both know that. He's kind of takes a tentative step towards you, and a couple of the other adults in the group also move to like flank him. Izzy's.
How many people do you want to die? Genuinely.
He grimaces. Can you make a wardrobe and style? Yeah, make a wardrobe and style check for me. Or personal grooming. Or both.
Both?
Maybe. No, pick one. No, pick one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, sorry.
Personal grooming's a bit higher. 12.
12. Okay. Let's do a face down. That is your cool plus your reputation plus your roll versus the other person's cool plus rep plus roll.
All right.
Or yeah. And you don't have any reputation. I think Rockhat's the only one that does, so.
All right. That is 11.
11. Okay. Give me a second here. I need to look up a stat block real quick. What have you got for me? That's what I thought. What'd you roll?
11.
Yeah. Okay. He steps up to you and he says, "Oh, maybe you get me in a rush, but not before my friends turn your head into a shit, fuck.
Listen,
And he steps back and or he pauses and you realize that he's trying to quote like a movie, um, failing at it. You've kind of got him rattled.
listen.
He
I
steps back.
don't want to hurt anyone. All right? I'm a doctor. I can provide my services. But I need you to understand that at this very moment, we can only offer so much. I would prioritize children and children first, then the elderly, then the stronger adults.
Damn stray. Fucking. He's and the leader of the group is clearly pissed at you, but a couple of the other adults, one seems to be his like wife, kind of like take him by the shoulder and like they like bring him back and like start whispering harshly to him.
Can I see anyone who looks like particularly like ill or wounded in the crowd?
Yeah, make a perception check for me.
I exploded. That's a 27.
Wow,
That's two 10s.
You've got that paradise luck this session.
Hell yeah.
I made a remark on this in general.
I saw.
Yes. But what was I saying? That I mean, yeah. There's some people. I think with 27, you can tell that there's like 3-4 people in that crowd. Two children, one teenager, and then like one of the like this one mom, who are afflicted with varying. Some of them are like actually. Some of them are actually sick. One of the teenagers is or the teenager is like wounded. He's got like these bandages on his arm, but they're clearly not done by a professional. And then the kids are just really fucking shaken up, just psychologically.
All right. Just in the back of her head, these are the people like who think they can put up a fight. Okay. All right. If it's not too much to ask, pointing at the teenager. Can I see your arm?
Teenager, he like steps up and looks at the leader of the group, who seems to be his father, and he just like walks up to you and brings his arm closer to you. Yeah, his bandage is like, it was done by somebody who understood the concept of bandaging an arm, but it's kind of loose.
Yeah.
And when you start like kind of like peeling it back a little bit, like the wound underneath was not cared for properly. It still hurts. I took a bullet and it kind of like grazed me a few days ago. It was like scavengers.
On the bright side, that likely means the heat from the bullet sterilized the wound. I can get this stitched up right now.
Thanks.
So, yeah, she's just gonna be doing that.
Yeah. You
I think
start,
she's just slowly like leading people inside so she can like start caring or tending to them.
Yeah, you bring a few people in to start caring from what was once like a more organized mob, kind of like disperses into a group of like just people around you. Some of them talking amongst each other. That dad, that leader type guy, He just kind of stands on the outside of the store, like arms crossed, like watching you as if like making sure that you don't try anything. Um, but you know, I mean, look at the guy. What's he gonna actually do if you did try something?
Hmm.
But the other people seem to be a little friendlier with you as you tend to a couple of physical ailments. I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. I think,
Gotcha.
um, at least for the basic like physical stuff. There are
Blight's
those kids
just.
too who are freaked out from everything, of course.
I don't think Blight has any, like, child friendly things in her bag.
No, doubtful.
Doubtful. Yeah.
She's not Conrad.
Nope. Um, in that case, then maybe at this point, some of the people in the back start coming out and just sort of like helping out a little with the children.
Yeah, I think who's the best with children? Probably Anya.
Probably Anya
Or
and Coda, yeah.
yeah, yeah. You see them. Uh, all your everybody goes tries to help some people. Um, Izzy and the teenager like are like kind of talking a bit. Um, you catch them like just talking about like probably video games or tabletop games or something. You know, they're talking about what was it called?
So,
Elfland's Last Days of the Elflands or something.
something like that.
Yeah, you don't see Joragumo anywhere. Probably for the best.
Most definitely.
But yeah, you spend some hours caring for those people, tending to them, even maybe even approaching making friends with them. I don't know. Are you friendly? Do you have a friendly bedside manner?
It's great medical bedside manner. Uh, I don't know how friendly it realistically is at this point,
Are you
considering
like yeah, like one of are you like one of those like harsh
she's no, she definitely knows.
doctors who like they're like kind of assholes, but they keep you focused on the
No, she's definitely one of those people where it's like like she's not like doing anything like too harshly. Like she's very careful with all her needles and everything.
hmm
Uh, being sure to like uh swab very like carefully with alcohol and stuff. But as for her genuine demeanor, it's very like calm and focused right now, not necessarily focusing on uh like reassurance or anything.
right. Um, One of the dads, like this guy in his like 30s or so, with like short, curly hair, like kind of like is sitting watching you, kind of like just tending to his kid, who just like giving like a physical checkup, making sure everything's okay there. Um, and he just like is watching you do that and says, "So, what's with the tubes?"
Long story. If it makes you uncomfortable, I don't mind removing it. And she sort of just pops it out. And that airlock just closes over the thing, and she sets the tube aside.
Oh shit! Oh, that was a noise. Huh? Are nomads? Are the other are your nomad friends like that too?
I'm, as far as I know, whatever I did to myself is one of a kind.
You look like those nomads I see on TV. The the ones that go around the highways, robbing people, killing people. And he's like saying it quietly, trying to like make sure that his kid doesn't here. Kid's not really paying attention. You, used to ride with them? Any of those?
We're not that kind of nomad group. This is what we do. We would go to the neighborhoods affected by the corporate war, help out whoever we could.
You got the education for that? You don't... I didn't realize nomads had
Most of
fucking
us.
licenses.
Most of us are very educated, actually. Not that I expect people to know that.
Yeah,
I
you
understand.
are almost 100% certain that you are much more educated than this man.
My god. But regardless, this is what we do, our group at least. If you were to ask me, the real killers are the assholes, bastards fighting on everyone's doorstep. Arasaka Militech. But that's a conversation for another time.
Yeah, I guess so. Fuck. You asked me, like... if you had asked me 2 months ago, I would have said... corpse bring order, you know? But all this... I thought Militech was gonna get Arasaka out of the city, but... Shit, I got a buddy who works with them, says... Right before the nuke, they were considering the city a lost cause. They're gonna abandon us to those... fucking Japs.
Yeah. It sounds like a thing they would do.
You believe that? Fucking... the Emperor gets his own little slice of California all to himself.
And they just blow it up when they decide that it's too much trouble.
Yeah. Fucking Sokka. He gets up and when you finish your checkup and just says, "Alright, come on kid, let's go." Waddles off.
I think Emmett just walks up to Blight at this point. Wow, you've really putting a use to that medical degree. Yeah? That's one thing about me that hasn't changed. You look different. I'm aware. We just got you back, Ellie. You really want to fight again? What more can we do? I don't want to live like this, but I also don't want to die. So I'm gonna hold out as long as I can. Keep shouting and screaming for their downfall until my last breath. But right now, the people in front of us, the lives who got caught in the crossfire, this is my priority right now. If that bastard Yorinobu isn't going to save lives, then god damn it, I will. I understand. I just hope you're right about your nomad camp being able to send supplies. Worst comes to worst, I can I can help you guys scavenge for things in other parts of the city. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
As the sun begins to redden and set on Night City, it casts long crimson shadows over the, well, not crimson shadows. That's not how light works. But long shadows silhouetted against that crimson backdrop. You realize that Jorgumo is up on the roof of the building, standing over the place like a gargoyle. You see what must be her shadow. Meanwhile, the other civilians, they, are you giving them supplies or just medical care?
Uh, Blight probably handled medical care. I would imagine Coda and Anya are like dividing things up, giving like food to children and elderly first before any of the well-bodied, able adults.
Yeah. By the time that most of those people are like leaving, just going back to their homes, Anya says, "Well, that was big. Let them off with like a day of supplies for them. Um, might have maybe that's probably bit over 2 days of supplies for us, unless we ration. But
Rationing
I mean,
is,
we'd be rationing rations at that point.
yeah.
We're really counting on your nomad friends now.
Yeah. Driving out first thing in the morning to see where they've relocated. I'll get back as soon as I can. I should probably also find Stretch and Rockhat.
You think they're okay?
Let me go ahead and let them know that where we are.
Oh,
Close the
they're coming to
distance
us.
between us a little bit at least. Let's see. Izzy's dad. Alright, yeah. Can you start heading over to this address? And she's just going to send the building number with it.
Cool. Yeah, you do that. There's, you know, probably room for you to find some sleep. Maybe not the most comfortable thing in the world, but it sounds like there's rooms or somewhere for you to, lie down. You gonna spend the night here?
Yeah, she's just going to like try and get to bed early so she can wake up and just start making that drive out to camp.
Mm-hmm. You do anything else in the night?
I think she's just going to sit there, maybe tend to some of her wounds a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just like just like bandaging, stitching, whatever she can, disinfection.
Yeah, I think with your existing paramedic skill plus your, I think there'd be a bonus for taking your time, as well, just because you have a lot of time freed up to do this now. Um, there should be no problem with, just, we don't need to roll.
Alrighty.
You're stabilized, and in 24 hours you'll start regaining hit points.
Alright, do I get rid of whiplash?
If you want to try to treat that with paramedic, you can. That'll be a roll.
Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and do that. Always lose the rolls, because there's so many of them. 24, that clears the 13.
Yep. Good old. Oh yeah, it's surgery, isn't it? Shit. Oh no, paramedic or surgery. Okay,
Yeah,
cool,
that's
cool, cool. Took me a second to look up the critical injuries table. Yeah, you clear that whiplash. Honestly, after, you know, doing the however you treat whiplash, I don't know, massages. Um, it's kind of amazing that you got through this whole day just fucking dealing with that. But now that you have the chance to settle in, it's just you've really been kind of focusing your way through all the pain, the suffering, I guess. You take a quiet night to yourself. Well, quiet as it can be. In the city, it's not like out there in the desert. There's always something. Now, these days, it's firestorms. Back then, maybe it was ads or cars or just city sounds. But now it's distant sirens, wind blowing harshly through cracked windows and broken down, bombed out buildings. There's always some noise, some reminder of the devastation. But fatigue claims you eventually. And you get that sleep.
I think just as Blight is listening to all the sounds out there, it's definitely just serving as a reminder, like, I'm going to fix this. It's just like stealing her resolve, stealing her soul.
Jeez, she did it.
She did it.
She stealed her soul. And yeah, the next day, you are getting into the van, into Ian's van. Maybe or bringing. Is he with you?
I think she's just going to leave Izzy here just because the drive is going to be like a long thing through,
Yeah, there could be Militech out there. There could be fucking raiders. Those nomads. Less like nomads that are less nice than you. Shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Jorogumo, as you're like making your way over to the car, Jorogumo says, "You said you wanted to fight. Yes?"
Yeah, I do. One day. Just once.
Today, tomorrow, doesn't matter. There's only one way to fight. And you truly are so set on it, then know that all I've ever done is fight. I am accustomed to it. I've done it well with the abilities of my own hands and with the assistance of Inugami. She freezes for a second, says, of my brother. She takes off her hood and her mask, and you see her. It doesn't look like she slept at all tonight, but her gaze is just fixed on a single point. Just very steely, I guess. We're using that word a lot, steel.
Woohoo!
And she says, my armor, my sword, my gun, my weapons, and more. They are in the warehouse. Not this, not these. And she gestures to her own armor and she says, this light work. Inugami's masterpiece. Kensei no Daiyoroi. They'll be waiting there. assist.
Right. Thank you.
I will send you. I may send you details. Inugami's work must mean something. Must. He can help. I can help.
You can help.
I can save. She gives you this odd look in her eyes, but she turns to leave. If you want to analyze that, that's a human perception roll.
Human perception. Oh boy, I love having my empathy dropped so...
Your empathy is 2 now,
I
so
know, it's so
you're
sad.
rolling +6.
That's a dice implosion. That's a flat 0, though.
But a flat 0. Yeah. She I should say, I didn't even mention this, but when she, took off her mask, like, her eye, of course, is, like, still fucked up,
Yeah.
scarring over. Um, and she turns to you, so that with her, or like looks at you over her shoulder with her scar eye facing you, and says, "No, no metal, no chrome has ever touched my body. How does it feel to be you, to be on the verge of that thing, that state? You know what I talk about.
I know.
What is it like?"
I feel on edge. I feel like something is coming to get me. But I'm going to keep... But if I stop now, it'll catch up. So I have to keep running. I've been very careful with my augmentation.
You regret it?
Considering that I can't reverse this at all. Yeah. But I can't linger on that.
That's why. Regret. That's why I never. She kind of raises her hand, is looking at it. That's why I never changed myself. I made sure. Inugami made sure. No blade would ever touch me. No bullet would ever maim me. Until yesterday. But no, I will keep my resolve. This will not, when I die, this will not be a body of steel. She starts tensing up, she starts breathing heavily again, and then clenches her fist, resets herself again. Weapons, armor, all manner of remorseless metal. They will be waiting for you at Inugami's workshop. I will see you then. I will save you. She pulls her hood back up, puts her mask back on, and then starts walking off into the city.
All right. Blight obviously just says thank you before she leaves.
Yeah.
Just internally. She's just like thinking to herself, and it's like, when the day comes, I am going to scream Paradise and Inugami's names for all the world to hear so they know what they did for this city.
It's a good thought. It's one that you can rally yourself behind. Everybody, all your friends are hesitant to see you leave again, but at least this time they get to watch, watch you ride off into the deserts. At least they get a little, well, closure is a grim way to phrase it, especially because you intend to come back, but you know what I mean.
It's that hopefulness
They
that
all,
she'll come back this time.
yes, exactly. So they all, say their goodbyes to you in their own ways.
I'll be back.
But
I promise.
they all watch you with this hopefulness, this admiration for you that doesn't seem to have dimmed over those long years. Feel a touch of warmth, maybe, that after everything, they still know you. You drive off into the desert. That's where we're going to end
All
the
right.
session.
That was good.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff.
Very interesting. God.
Good developments.
Honestly, I've been loving Blight's character development throughout this entire series.
Yeah, I'm really liking how Blight is taking shape. Yeah, I liked finally we've gotten to introduce her fam basically.
Basically.
And what's this? I got you to DM a good quarter of the session for me.
Oh, yeah. And I
Just
got to make a dumb joke about emotional manipulation.
Yep. This referee shit, this is easy. All I have to do is introduce background characters and let you people play them.
Real.
Let's see. Izzy's doing well.
We
More or
finally
less.
have a soul of steel.
We find somebody's finally got a soul of steel. They're like Pokemon, you know? I named the series after them,
Yeah.
and you're supposed to catch them.
Yeah. Except
What
it's
else have
very ironic because acid corrodes metal, but we don't
yeah,
we don't think about that.
yeah. It's probably fine. Any other thoughts?
Probably not going to be a big deal because I don't plan on changing her design, but for future reference, the word miracle has absolutely been like in the back of my head regarding Blight's character. So,
Interesting.
do what you will with that. All right. I know you said you wanted.
There's one. Oh, I was goofing, but yeah, I'm gonna get back to that chroma planning soon.
Yeah, you gotta plan that. I gotta plan.
Yeah.
I gotta plan Christmas one shot stuff too.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
There's one role. There's one role that I really wish you would. Well, I guess a couple roles that I really wish you would roll differently on. That's what I'll say to leave it real ambiguous.
Very interesting.
The story is going to proceed in a very interesting way because of the fact that you didn't roll in that way, though. So it'll be cool.
I'm gonna laugh when Blight inevitably dies, Lamel.
Yeah, who knows?
All
when
her
it's gonna
hard work.
She's fighting, you know.
She's fighting real hard.
As long as she dies fighting, that probably counts.
Yeah.
She just wants to go to Valhalla. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Soul of Steel. We've sold that steel. There's gonna be one more interlude. That one,
Interesting.
yeah, one more interlude before we do the next full session. Um, I think that's how I've arranged it.
Well, on
Um,
bright news, school is out. I only realistically have work, so it's should be easy scheduling from here on out.
yes. Actually, do we need to do a seventh interlude? It's probably maybe not. I'll decide later. Um,
Alrighty.
yeah, good sesh, good sesh.
Very good.
Fun.
Very fun. All right. Last minute announcements. There is an art raffle that is going to end tomorrow whenever I wake up. So there's that. I'm only working 12 hours this week, so I would love just a little bit of help with commissions and stuff. But that is mostly about it. All right. Chance, any closing remarks?
Closing remarks. You should catch the Chroma one shot. No, you know what? Why am I advertising Cursed Ones? Cursed Ones is the bigger channel. They should be advertising us.
What?
Which they do.
Go tell Dean about it then.
They do. Well, they do. They do advertise us.
Heck
But
yeah.
what I should be doing I should be doing self promotion here. You know. No, fuck it. Just watch the Chroma one shot. It'll be fun.
Yeah,
Probably.
heck yeah.
No, yeah,
Watch
it'll be
that.
fun. We're gonna do some wacky shit.
All right. I
Yep.
think that's everything. I'm gonna go
Yep,
ahead
yep,
and
yep.
end this stream. We will see you guys next time. Bye.